Hey, everybody, welcome back to 13 Rings, an NFC East podcast. I'm your host, Lucas, along with Maurice, and Earl, and we are talking NFC East football. And guys, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Maybe like St. Nicholas Day or like 4th of July for football fans.
It's
It's the drop.
Christmas.
Well, hang on. Well, there are going to be Christmas Day games, but it's weird because it's on Netflix this year. I'm not ready for that. That's too. Is that weird? That feels too
It
weird.
is. It is. Well, you
Hey,
have
they're
to
gonna
pay
start. They're gonna start
subscriptions.
putting some. They're gonna start putting games on those things like Hulu and Netflix.
Well,
So buckle up, get your
I
pockets
saw
ready.
that somebody's game. I think maybe it was an Eagles game that's going to be on Peacock this year.
That's getting into it. That's
Yeah.
our
Well,
first game of the season.
In
yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of that, we're going to talk about the schedule drop. We're going to go in a rotation. So Earl, let me ask you initial reactions about the Cowboys. What was your initial reaction when you saw the Cowboys schedule?
It's a tough schedule. It's something that I wanted them to have. It's gonna really show, especially week one against the Browns. See how physical they're gonna be this season. I like the toughness of the schedule.
Fair enough. I'll be honest, I've only looked at the Commander schedule. Has anybody else had a chance to look at the Cowboys schedule? I'm pulling it up now. So, but has anybody else had a chance to take a quick look at the Cowboys schedule?
No, we have, but can we quickly go through it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Earl,
I
drop
was
it.
just gonna go. I was just gonna go through some key matchups because.
Well, yeah. Well, tell us the whole entire schedule and then go to the key matchups. You can just
All right.
list them by name. You can do away and home if you want to. That's up to you.
Okay.
Hey, how about this? You tell us what game, and then you'll tell us if it's a key matchup or not. Okay?
Okay, like going through the.
Yeah, going
whole
through
schedule.
the schedule. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got you. All right, with the Dallas Cowboys upcoming 2024 NFL schedule, their first game is against the Cleveland Browns. It's going to be in Cleveland, and Tom Brady's going to be analyzing, commentating the game. So that's going to be very interesting.
Hey,
The
Earl.
next,
How does it feel that the best quarterback at the game is going to be in the booth?
I mean, it's all right. Like,
Real quick, did anybody see the Tom Brady roast?
I did.
That was
fun.
amazing.
That
It
was
was
fun.
good. It was
I,
funny.
It was
I mean,
funny.
it was okay, but I mean, that was just kind of out of nowhere. Like, I didn't know that they were gonna do a roast.
I am worried about Gronk though.
It was kind of long though, but
It was long, but who else is worried about Gronk's mental health? I am a little bit.
they made a lot of
Yeah.
CTE jokes.
They did.
They did a lot dealing with
Giselle too.
Hernandez and stuff. Like,
Yeah, the Hernandez jokes
Yeah.
maybe were slightly.
yeah, that was out of pocket.
I don't know I forget the name of the woman, but she was funny.
Oh, she was hilarious. She was the winner of that one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, Belichick, solid.
Yeah,
Belichick
he
is
was.
funny.
Yeah.
He got that dry humor.
You got that dry
Mhm.
humor. I can
Yeah.
dig it. All right, Earl. Sorry about that. I make one Tom Brady jib, and everybody now we talking about his roast. We gotta get back to the Cowboys.
The next matchup, week 2, we have the New Orleans Saints. Then we have the Baltimore Ravens. That's going to be a key matchup. We got the Giants next, Pittsburgh, Detroit. Then we have our bye week around week 7. And then we have a Sunday night game against the Niners. That's a key matchup.
I was about to say
Then
that's always a key matchup for you guys.
Yeah, and they always send
Always.
us to Santa Clara for some reason. It's just crazy. It's 3 straight years so far, but it is what it is. The next matchup, we have the Falcons. And then our second divisional matchup will be against the Eagles on Sunday. And actually, Maurice, this is going to be since 2003 or 4 where we're not going to be playing against each other on a Sunday night or a Monday night game.
Yeah, no matchup in prime time for the first time in a long time. That's
You
a little
know,
different.
That's
Earl,
crazy.
you could drive up to Philly's only about from VA Beach, about 6 hours. You could drive up for that game.
Listen, for what Earl said before, he wears his gear during the game. I care about Earl's well-being and safety. I truly do.
I was about to say, NBA player Mike Scott got a lot of grief for representing his local Commanders team when he was playing in Philly for the Sixers.
He got in a
Maurice,
fist fight.
all I can tell you, as long as I don't get touched, everything gonna be cool.
Yeah, there's no guarantee of that, Earl.
No.
Look,
It's Philly. I don't know if you've
tell
ever
you,
been to
Maurice,
Philly.
you're gonna have a nice little area in the Target store of how many people gonna get folded. So
Ooh.
My bad.
Earl's spitting out fire. Eagles
my
fans,
bad. I
watch
gotta
out
keep
for
it
Earl.
user friendly. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we don't promote violence.
We don't promote
Yes.
violence.
User friendly.
All right, that's a good divisional matchup. What's up next?
Key matchup. This is gonna be the Battle of Texas, where we play on Monday night against the Houston Texans in Jerry's World. Then the next will be a divisional matchup against the football Wizards. I mean the Commanders.
Hey,
Sorry, Lucas.
The football wizard, Major Tuddy will be in attendance.
Oh,
no, yeah, he
he
He's
will
gonna be
be.
there.
He will be because that's gonna be in DC.
Hang on, is that a Thanksgiving day? No. Thanksgiving
no.
is
No.
That's the next game.
I'm about to get to that. Then we play the Giants on Thanksgiving. I believe probably like 2 seasons ago, we actually played against the Giants on Thanksgiving. So another rivalry.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Gobble
I
Gobble
hate
Day.
it. I hate it. I really do. But whatever.
I
I'll live.
love it.
I honestly thought they would put the Eagles and Cowboys on Thanksgiving. That seems like the better divisional game.
No, it's more around Christmas time, but this time around they changed it up.
Earl, will it be a Woodland Critter Christmas?
I'm keeping it user friendly. The next matchup will be a Monday night game against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's going to be a home game for Dallas. Then we go to Carolina, and then Tampa comes to Dallas, and then we go to the Eagles, and then cap off at the end of the season against the Commanders in Jerry's World. So overall, I think with this schedule, I like the physicality, the toughness at the beginning of the season, and then it's kind of like a middle between balance going towards the end. I'm glad that we get a chance to work against the AFC North because I feel like that's a tough division as a whole. And pretty much in our first 5 weeks, we have 3 AFC North opponents, and then the Saints are nothing to slouch about. The Lions are nothing to slouch about. But being able to see the Cleveland Browns team, where I do believe Deshaun Watson is going to be there, and then they're going to boost the ratings of it being an Amari Cooper revenge game because Dallas traded him for a bag of chips and a gummy bear. And the Baltimore Ravens matchup, I think that's going to be physicality on physicality. I'm really loving what I'm seeing from the schedule, especially on the true physical test. And I feel like looking at the strength of schedule, I think Dallas is somewhere in like the middle, close to the highest on strength of schedule. So I like that because I'm going to see how physical this team's going to be and how their mentality and their morale is going to be going head to head against smash mouth teams. So overall, I like the schedule. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the prediction. I don't even think I'm going to do a prediction.
Well, we're not doing a prediction this pod. That's
No. I'm saying when we do it, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'm going to be fair and honest to it, especially under the situations that's some of the unknowns with the Cowboys. So overall, I like how the schedule is aligned, and I liked how each matchup has their own unique feel. So it's just the determination to see how this team's going to be this season, and we're just going to see what's up. I digress.
Yeah, fair enough.
Your schedule is really top heavy. Like the first.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Before your bye, it's really tough.
Yeah, like it's gonna be a challenging matchup, like each matchup is gonna have their own flavor. We know what the Browns are on defense. Their offense, if they're able to get healthy, they're gonna be a juggernaut of a team. New Orleans, sneaky good on defense, offense up in the air, but they have the receiving core. Then you got Baltimore with their run smash mouth team with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and that group of running backs. And then on top of that, you got Zay Flowers and then his receiving core, and then you have the defense as well. A lot of these games are going to be determined in the trenches. So I'm glad Dallas did what they did in the draft to address that. There's just a little more assurance on the defense end. And I know Mike Zimmer is trying to get front office to be like, get them some more guys, especially in the middle, because it's going to be about the trenches this season.
Fair enough. Now we're going to go to the Giants, which I think might have the hardest schedule in the division.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. You might have like I'm not gonna count us as an easy one, but like the only
No, I'm
easy
still
one I
counting
see
y'all
here.
as 2 easy dubs.
I wouldn't do that, Mal.
No, I'm just kidding.
But
I wouldn't do that.
Panthers are the only easy one that I see in here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule. Y'all got a stacked schedule too.
Yeah, let me do a little recap here. So week 1 got the Vikings. Week 2 we got Washington. Week 3 we got the Browns. Week 4 we have the Cowboys on Thursday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
Week 5 we have the Seahawks. Week 6 we have the Bengals on Sunday Night Football. Week 7 we got them birds. Week 8 we got the Steelers on Monday Night Football. Week 9 we have the Commanders again. Week 10 we are in Munich, Germany, playing the Panthers. Week 11 is our bye. Week 12 we got Tampa Bay. Week 13 we have the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Week 14 we have the Saints. Week 15 we have the Ravens. Week 16 we have the Falcons. And week 17 we have the Colts. And to wrap it all up, we got them birds again. So first thing I'm going to say, guys, is week 3 through 8, that's pretty rough. Mm-hmm. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, that's crucial.
That's a tough little area there. But when it comes to some key matchups, obviously all primetime. We know how the Giants do in primetime, not well. So we got to get better at winning our primetime games. So those will include Dallas, doubtful, but we'll see. The Bengals, which is a really tough matchup. They're a good AFC North team there. The Steelers, who are also an up-and-coming, really good AFC North team. The Cowboys on Thanksgiving. No way we're sweeping, but, we'll see.
I mean, it would be great for you guys to ruin Jerry Jones's Thanksgiving.
I know that would be amazing, but I just don't foresee it happening.
Hey, Lucas, you worry about your football wizard kids, okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
And then our other primetime game, which is in Germany, which is winnable, which is against the Panthers. That's the only one that's like really, I think will be okay. But the rest, it is a pretty tough schedule. Tampa Bay, had a really good run last year. The Saints are getting better. The Colts with Richardson are getting better. Falcons have some weapons there. Browns are just a beast of a team. We'll see.
You think the Commanders are getting better?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure on that.
Don't lie now. Don't lie.
Hey.
Be honest.
I'm giving flowers where flowers are due. They are getting better, yeah.
But I will give Lucas credit. He is right. Based for the strength of schedule for the 2024 season, I don't take too much of this, because a lot of this can change and injuries happen and all that. But
right.
In the division, the New York Giants have the hardest strength of schedule in the division.
Yeah, they definitely do.
0.516. Then it's the Dallas Cowboys, 505. Commanders at 502. And the Eagles have the easiest schedule in the division at 49.1 0.49.
I'm
Wild.
looking at it.
That is wild. I'm
I
looking
don't
at
know
it
if
right
wild.
now.
I'm looking at the
Yeah.
schedule. It's not that much different than okay. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Also, where did you get those numbers? Was it ESPN?
NFL.com.
Okay, thank you. All right,
Well,
yeah.
I got mine.
Well,
I got mine off of Google. Yeah, the Eagles do have the easiest, but it's like very close between that and the Commanders.
well, speaking of the Commanders, let's get to them because
Ooh, sorry.
okay. You good? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm solid. I'm solid.
Bet you
That
won't
was
do it if
payback for the
Rio was
Brady
here.
joke.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so here's the list of games that they're playing this season. We open the season in Tampa Bay, beautiful weather, against the Buccaneers. Then we are playing the Giants at home, and then the Bengals.
Monday
I
night.
believe that's a Monday night game. Yep.
It is.
And then in Cincy, that's a big one. That's going to be a key matchup outside of the division. We have another Cardinals game. We'll see if that was a lot closer than I wanted it to be last year. Then the Browns, we played them at home. Then we play the Ravens. That's a key matchup. Browns and Ravens are key matchups.
That's back to back.
Yes. And then they give us a break with the Panthers. And then rookie QB, number 1, 2 picks overall, Caleb Williams versus Jada McDaniels. I believe that's week 8, and that is going to be in DC. Then we go to the Jets. Then we play the Steelers, who I hope that we beat. And then we're going to Philly.
Y'all go to the Giants after the Bears.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's what I said. Did I say the Jets?
You said
Giants.
the Jets.
Giants.
Sorry. Maybe New Jersey's on my mind. I don't know.
Yeah, for real.
Anyway, after the Bears, we play the Giants, and then we get 1 week. This is actually pretty intense. 3 out of the next 4 weeks after the Bears, we play NFC East divisional opponents. We play in New York, then at home against the Steelers, then in Philly, and then at home against the Cowboys. Then we play
Thursday night for
that's
the Eagles.
Yep, that's a Thursday night. And then you have the Titans. That's going to be an interesting game. The Saints, and then the Eagles again. Falcons.
Dang, y'all got the latest bye week. It's crazy.
Yeah, we do. It's week 14. And then the Falcons and then Cowboys, we wrap it up. So key matchups, like I said, non-division is definitely going to be the Bengals, the Browns, the Ravens, the Bears, and maybe, I don't know, maybe the Falcons if Michael Penix is starting. That could be interesting. But yeah. That those would be my key non-divisional games. We have a gauntlet of just going 3 out of 4 weeks against divisional opponents halfway through the season. That's rough.
Yeah, that is rough.
It is.
Yeah, that could be
that's gonna be crucial.
Is it just me or the Commanders Cowboys play at the end of each season and the Eagles Giants play the last?
It's like a crazy tradition for some reason. They did that the last two seasons.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain. I'm okay with it.
Look, man, every time that matchup comes up, I got it marked on my calendar.
This is the third. Right now, this is at least the 3rd year in a row that I can remember. It might go back further, but I definitely remember the last two years.
Look, my biggest thing is a lot of these matchups are gonna deal with some type of ironic controversy. Where with Dallas, your first time we link up is gonna be in November, and that's when Dan Quinn and stuff. I would at least wanted an earlier matchup because I feel like that would add more to the suspense because whoever wins that game, they're going to be like boiling towards the end of the season for it. Whereas only like a short amount of games that we would like link up. I really wanted that one to be our week 1, to be honest with you.
Well, beggars can't be choosers, but we can go to the Eagles now because they have the least amount of rings, and so they're begging for another one. Sorry.
Dang, that's cold, bro.
Cold-hearted. Sorry.
Cold-blooded.
Oh my god.
Bang, bang.
Keeping receipts.
I'm
Are you
keeping
holding
receipts.
Are you holding a grudge?
I am.
Typical Eagles fan with the receipts.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
All right. Speaking of Go Birds, let's talk about the Eagles schedule. We start on a Friday. I already talked about this. I hate this, but we start on a Friday. Not only we play on a Friday night, but we also play on Peacock. And real quick rant, what is happening to the NFL? What is happening to
Yo,
the game?
I was just gonna pause. I was just gonna say I
Look.
need to rant real quick.
Yeah,
I mean,
that.
come
because
on,
we
man.
got 2 games on Netflix for Christmas Day, and then for at least 2 more years of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Peacock is taking over for like playoff games now, and
That's wild.
You got Amazon Prime too.
Amazon.
That's
Well, yeah, they do
crazy.
Thursday night games. Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean,
just feel like it's a money grab right now. And
Well, I mean,
think
look, I think it's a
it's-
sign that cable's dying.
I mean,
not
the
even-
games
it's
is
not
on
even
regular
that, though.
TV.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Cable TV. That's dying. That's what I'm saying. I think that they're
that's
trying
basic.
to.
Most of the games come on like basic channels.
Yeah,
like
that's
not
what
even
I'm
dealing with
saying,
the
though.
cable.
Like Fox and CBS.
Yeah, and NBC.
Well, maybe eventually they'll just go all to streaming. I mean, Fox, CBS. I mean, Fox is on Hulu. CBS is on the Paramount.
Paramount, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe all this stuff is just a slow transition. I don't know.
I know who
Yeah.
I'm blaming, but I'll save that for later.
And I know where I'll be watching some of these games at, but I'll move on from that too.
Maurice, don't be shady.
I won't.
No.
All right. Anyway,
All right.
there's the schedule. Eagles play the Packers in Brazil on a Friday night, and it's on Peacock. Week 2, we have the Atlanta Falcons on Monday night. Week 3, Saints home. Away. Week 4, Buccaneers. I don't need to say the weeks. Then we have a bye. Week 5, early bye. Not too fond of that. I think we should have our bye towards the end of the season.
Hey, I'll switch you. I'll
I
switch
feel
you.
that too.
You want to have
based-
week 14? I'll switch you.
Based
That is
off of
crazy. 14, Lucas.
yeah, 14.
Week
yeah.
11
That's-
is perfect for me.
That's wild.
What's the point of even having a buy at that late of this? I don't know, man.
Listen, it can really help. Like last season, we could have used that bye towards the end of the season.
Well,
Just
yeah,
to
you guys could
Reset
have.
some things. You know what I mean? But week 5 bye, whatever. Next week play Cleveland. Then the Giants at New York. Then at Cincinnati. Then we go back home, play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Doug
Sunday night.
Peterson returns to the link. That'll be good. Then we go to the Dallas Cowboys. That's going to be, I think those 3 games right there, the Bengals, Jacksonville Jaguars, Dallas Cowboys, are going to be a very pivotal 3-game stretch in our season.
That's going to be the second toughest 3-game stretch that you guys have.
And y'all got Cleveland after the bye week.
No, what I'm going to say is the end of the season, you have 3 divisional games all in a row.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the thing about that is we're familiar with those teams. When we play teams out of the division, especially the best or second best team in that division, because how the scheduling works is the best team in the division winner plays the division winners from the other division. So the second place team plays the second best. That's kind of how the scheduling works. So after the Cowboys, we come back home to play the Commanders. Thursday night. Amazon Prime.
Cacao.
Then we have a 2-game road trip. First we go to the Rams in LA.
Sunday night.
And then we play at Baltimore. That's going to be the
Battle of I-95.
Yeah, I mean,
Battle of the Birds.
I think we all agree that the
December
Baltimore
to
Ravens,
remember.
the Baltimore Ravens are going to be probably the most competitive team we all play, with the exception of the Cowboys who play the 49ers. The Ravens are going to be a really tough tough team this
I
year.
think we
Yeah,
all
for
play
sure.
them, don't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
all do,
everyone
but
does.
Yep, and
the Cowboys play the
division.
Niners. So I think the Niners are maybe a little better than the Ravens. We'll see. So after the Ravens, we go back home. We play the Carolina Panthers. Then we played the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then these last 5 games, the Eagles play 4 games at home, 1 away, and they don't have to travel on a plane, which is always convenient. Then we play the Pittsburgh
You better
Steelers.
thank the NFL for that one.
Yeah, yeah. Good luck, NFL. Good job, Roger. Then we play the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then we go to Washington. Then we end the season with 2 home games in the division, Cowboys, and then we end the season once again against the New York Giants. So, like I said, the most important pivotal 3 game stretch is going to be the Bengals, Jaguars, Cowboys. Cowboys always play us tough. We already know that. Usually they split. Not getting into predictions, but Cowboys are always going to play us tough. I get it. After that, the Ravens are probably going to be the best team we play throughout the season. And yeah, I mean, schedule doesn't look too bad. I think last year's schedule was worse. This one's a little lighter. We'll see how it goes.
They gave y'all a granola bar. Told y'all to enjoy.
A granola bar.
A granola bar? Hey, granola bars are good, man.
Hey, look, it looked like this schedule is healthy for y'all, especially
Yeah.
from after what took place from last season.
Yeah, if you guys can get through the middle of it, you guys have an easy beginning and an easy end there.
I concur.
Look, all I'm gonna tell you, enjoy Kellen Moore.
Yeah, you gonna love that, Maurice. Anyway, Earl, I think it's time to get to team news.
Yes, team news. And I'm actually starting with my team news for the NFC East team news and open discussion. Mine will be very quick. Found out Jerry Jones is doing a documentary about how he has turned Dallas from least favorite to fan favorite in popularity. I could care less. The next news I have is they're
Dang.
recently doing rookie minicamp. And so far, from what I've seen from rookie minicamp, Mike Zimmer's getting comfortable with the players. A lot of the players are saying how, compared to the last couple of seasons, their structure, especially on the defensive side, I'm liking what I'm hearing. I can't wait to see them put the pads on and get things rolling. So that's all the news I have. Mal, can you go over your
Wait a
team
minute.
news?
Wait a minute. You can't just skip by that. A 10-part docuseries on Jerry Jones. Come on, now, Earl. You gotta admit you're gonna watch that, right?
You
I'm probably
gotta.
not.
I'm probably not.
Probably not.
I'm probably not. The only thing
I'll
I'm focused.
watch it.
Look,
I'll
I'm
watch it.
That's
definitely
you.
watching it.
that's y'all. Enjoy. My only thing is the only news I need to hear is contracts by August. If I don't hear anything from that, I could care less. They can eat
What?
snow cones and put little sprinkles on their little snow cone and watch the documentary. I don't care. I'm not gonna touch it. All I know, I better see some contracts done by August.
Earl means business.
Earl would probably be happier if he heard, instead of about the docuseries, if he heard that Jerry was selling the team.
Yeah, truly.
Am I wrong, Earl?
You might be right. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But all I know for right now, a documentary is the least of the Cowboys' worries right now. They need to be focused on the season.
They need to be focused on building their depth. That's for sure.
Now they have the depth. It's just the execution.
Well, I think Mal's up next.
All right, yeah, I'll take
Yep.
it away. So
Now
the
hang on, Mal.
Giants.
Hang
Yeah,
on. Before you do that, I do want to let our Giants listeners know that your boy Plexico Burris has claimed on a recent podcast, I don't know whose podcast, but I saw the video on YouTube, that the Giants are finishing last in the division. Bam.
Like I said, sorry guys.
Oh, that was a response to Plaxico.
I'm keeping that in.
Yeah,
I'm
we
keeping that
gotta
in.
keep that. We gotta keep that. That was
Classical
Mal's
Thursday.
Is not a
coach did
classical
not
fan.
like that take.
So yeah, no, he does not agree with that take. Like I said, Plaxico Burress is also known for hurting himself, so we're gonna move past that.
Yep.
So anyway, on to good Giants news. We are celebrating our 100th season coming up,
Ooh,
and
congratulations.
yeah, kind of crazy.
Hooray.
So we actually released our 100th anniversary patch, which has some pretty cool detail on it. A lot of like history went into it, so I really like that. So we're gonna be wearing that on our jerseys this year. Another thing is we teased that tomorrow at 10 a.m. we're gonna be dropping an alternate jersey, so I'm really excited for that.
So
I
by the
think
time
I
this
seen
podcast gets out, the jersey will already been dropped. Matt, what is your prediction about the jersey?
I have a bad feeling it's those ugly Easter egg ones that Earl.
Easter egg ones?
Is that what you called it, Earl? Easter egg?
Is it
Oh
the
no, I didn't
19
call that. I was
It looks
seeing
like an
more
Easter egg.
throwback Captain America. The one that I said about the Eagles throwbacks look like Peeps Easter candy.
Oh, it looks like an Easter egg.
Pittsburgh
to me.
looks
like
Pittsburgh wore theirs. They look like a bunch of honeybees.
Now I've seen. Now when I first saw the little trailer video that gets put out right before we started recording, I thought it was going to be a black jersey. I was like, Giants have never wore a black jersey. I don't think.
It would
That
have
would
been the
actually be
first.
cool, but
That
they
would have been the
won't do
first.
it.
Nah, they're not gonna pull what the Commanders did.
I think it's the 1925 jersey. I mean, from the art of it, it looks.
So blue, red, and brown.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would
have you
be.
seen it,
It would
Lucas?
be like the
I saw it in the
throwback.
group messages.
It looks like the
Imagine
person is
looking at the
wearing a waist trainer.
1920s.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
That's how it looks. I'm gonna have to
I was
send
like-
y'all a picture of the one that Pittsburgh wore,
I was like,
and
what?
that one you'll see like just a situation because it's so thrown back that you're like, wow, they wore those type of thing. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be very interesting and unique on what it's gonna be. But definitely look for the pants to be like a khaki color because that really is gonna be interesting. You're gonna have that red and the blue, and overall, I think y'all are gonna how they're gonna design it. It's gonna look. It's gonna look. It's gonna look. It's gonna look cool.
I don't know. Khaki color jerseys are not.
I'm not a fan.
Look, I sent y'all a picture of the Pittsburgh one.
Oh, hang on, guys.
That looks like a prison outfit.
It does.
Yeah. Like there's been certain teams to have that type of style. Like you could even look at Chicago when they had theirs, and then Green Bay had theirs with the blue and yellow and the khaki.
Yeah.
That's the type of throwback. Like even the Eagles with the baby blue and the yellow. That was just out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Agreed.
Anything else, Mal?
Yeah, so one last final thing for the Giants, which I'm actually pretty excited about. So the Giants are going to be featured on Hard Knocks off season with the New York Giants, and it premieres on July 2nd on HBO Max, which I think this is kind of cool because it's going to go through the entire offseason the Giants had from January on.
And what is the moment you're looking forward to?
Saquon, no, sorry, I don't know who that is. He who shall not
know
be
who
named,
that is?
leaving. I'm also really interested to see the Wink and Dable drama.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to know what they got
That's
on
gonna be
that.
spicy.
So I'm finished with my news. Maurice, do you want to do yours?
Yeah, really the only news we have this week was our recently retired center Jason Kelsey signing a deal with ESPN. So he's going to be, I guess he's going to be like the Peyton Manning or Eli. He's going to be like doing stuff on the side during the games. You know how like when they have their simulcast on ESPN2.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for that. I think Jason Kelsey's gonna kill it.
Yeah, he has a great personality, and if you watch his podcast, he's a really out there personality. So him on ESPN is actually going to be really entertaining. and he's going to be doing the Eagles game week 2 on Monday night. So that's going to be really good. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it would be
Oh yeah,
cool
for
if
sure.
he's there talking with the guys on the set during Monday night.
Mhm.
That could be a thing, but if he's doing what Eli and Peyton Manning are doing, then that's cool too. It's really cool that they're bringing more energy to ESPN, especially on those type of games,
Mhm.
and I feel like that'll bring more viewers in. But I still believe they. I don't know. For me, I honestly think they did RG3 dirty,
Yeah, I can't
especially
believe
with
that
that.
though. I can't believe they let him go.
Yeah, because he was doing a really good job. Like I thought his just analytic skills and stuff, especially talking with those guys, was in sync. So I don't know. Hopefully, I think he'll probably lean more of college now, but I still think they did him wrong, especially on the NFL side.
That's the way it goes. Same thing happened with Greg Olson. We talked
That
about
is true.
Tom Brady coming in, and he's now the number 1 guy, and Greg Olson
Yeah.
is on number 2. So that's the
Yeah, it's
business.
tough.
That is the business.
Yeah,
Lucas is not back yet.
No, yeah.
maybe we could toss our hat ins with Fox, see if we can get on. I think it'd be fun.
Hey man, we can be the official NFL podcast. I'm down for that.
I'm dope with that. I need to link up a pride project with Stephen A. Smith. I got some words to talk to him about.
You got Stephen A. I'll get Skip.
Bet.
Oh
Shoot,
jeez.
if we can get them on together, we could tag team on them. Like
Yeah.
it would be something like completely different. And then Mal, you can go after Max Kellerman.
Okay, I'm down.
Is Max Kellerman? What network is he on now?
I'm not sure. Or Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog Russo.
Yeah, Mal, you get him.
All right, I'm on it.
So, team news wise, just everybody was excited about rookie mini camp. People were giving Jaden Daniels good praise, including veterans like Jahad Dotson, saying that's the type of quarterback I want here. Besides that, figured out how to say the kid from Michigan's name is Mike Samskill. And
Yep, I did too.
And Yankoff's jersey number is 41. I know we talked about getting.
You were excited to see that, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I was so excited.
41 too. That's a good number.
Yeah. Oh, did Jaden Daniels get his number?
Yes, he made a deal with Tressway, and now he's number 5.
That's actually my favorite jersey number.
Perfect.
It's a good number.
That was McNabb's number.
Oh yeah. Not because of him though.
Lucas, remember McNabb on the Commanders? Oh,
I try not
that
to.
time?
I try
terrible.
not to. Yeah, it was a bad season. Anyway, let's get to our social media stuff, guys.
All right, so we're going to go to the mailbag this week, and it's brought to us by the Washington Commanders this week. So we asked a couple questions, we got some response, and actually I'm going to highlight a familiar person, or a familiar account, I'll say, on Twitter. NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons. Now, I'll admit, full transparency, me and Lucas, we are co-hosts on NBA Now and Then, but we didn't ask the question. It was actually written by someone else. We won't say his name. But the question is, will Magic Johnson's ownership make a difference?
I think it's already making a difference. I mean, he's minority owner for the Dodgers. He's done well with that. Just in championship experience there for sure. So definitely that, I would say for sure. Yeah, I think it's making a difference. He's meeting with players like Terry McLaurin, so I think it's making a difference there.
I think his personality and his entrepreneurship goes a long way with just the overall morale of a new franchise or a new beginning to a franchise. So that does make a big difference.
For sure. And let's go ahead and get to Earl's favorite segment.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Dan Quinn is going to coach in the booth or be on the sideline?
I think he'll be on the sideline. He seems like a sideline type of guy.
Not for what I've seen.
Well, that was in Dallas, but
As a head coach?
Mm-hmm.
he was on
Oh.
the sidelines, wasn't he, for the
You never,
Falcons?
you never see a head coach in a booth.
Yeah, I don't
Hey, it will be a first.
I think he's going to be on the sideline. I'm not worried about it.
And real quick, Mal asked the question also, who do you want as your week 1 matchup? So if you had any team that was on your schedule, would you prefer any of them week 1?
Yeah, I want the Panthers. Start off on a good foot.
Ooh. They may take a leap forward this season. You never know.
Now with that ownership.
All right. Let's move on.
Yep.
I think it's time, y'all. It's time for Who's That Football Player? Dinny. For this week, we have a football player who played in the 2008 season. His stats: 3 holding penalties. He had a career award.
That's a funny stat, just want to say.
Yeah, it's wild.
Hard. It's hard to find stats for this type of player.
Yes. His career awards: 4-time Pro Bowler, as well as All-Pro First Team, All-Pro Second Team. He's a 2-time Super Bowl winner, and he's also an unsung hero on the team during that time. Guys, do y'all know who that football player is? Mal?
I think I know who it is.
What you got?
Is it Chris Snee?
Yes, it is. You are correct.
Yes.
Oh, there
My
you
ring
go.
of honor.
Now it's 2 for 2 the last 2 weeks.
I don't think anybody actually guessed that one. So good for you, Mal.
I had to think about it. I really did. I had to think about it, but that you gave it away with the holding penalties.
It was only 3 during that 2008 season, but overall as a whole with Chris Snee, he was definitely one of the solid guys for the Giants during that time. I actually looked up a top 10 chat on the New York Giants best interior lineman. He ranks at number 4 out of 10. The other ones go back between the 40s and the 30s.
We miss him every day.
Alrighty, that concludes the NFC East. Who's that football player? Dini.
All right, so let me take it away with the poll question. So the poll question for the week was, who will be the running back with the most production for the New York Giants this season? Most people said Devin Singletary, which I don't think I disagree with. I think he will be the one with the most production. I think he'll get the most touches, but we'll see what happens after camp and how they compete. Then we also had a secondary poll question this week, and that was, will Ezekiel Elliott be a Hall of Famer when his career is over? And majority said no.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I don't agree with that. He's one of the best rushers in Cowboys history.
That is true.
He doesn't mean he's a Hall of Famer, though. He could be go down as a Hall of Famer in Cowboys history.
I think he could be.
Look,
do the numbers back it up?
His numbers at the beginning, he's around close to 9,000 like total all in rushing. I think if he really didn't take that dip, that's why I still believe Kellen Moore killed his rushing career. I think if he was still under that mode of being the main guy in Dallas instead of them shifting to a passing, I think he would have gotten more yardage where his reputation could be more of a Hall of Famer. But I think right now he has to win a championship before that can be solidified. He's got to be a key contributor to the team this season, and depending if he's back after the following season. But if just hypothetically, if they do make it further than they've done and they find a way to win the Super Bowl, I think at that point, I think they would consider him a Hall of Famer, especially on his numbers. It's a very strong possibility, but it's like way out there. But right now, I don't see him as a Hall of Famer when his career's done.
I think it's possible.
It's possible.
That's why I asked the question.
Ring of Honor, yes. Hall of Fame,
I respect that, Maurice.
We will see. And last but not least was team trivia, and that was the Eagles yet again. And I think I came up with a pretty good question.
I think that was an easy question.
I don't know. We'll see. Not everybody that answered it got it right. So, which former Eagles wide receiver has the most receiving touchdowns in a single season? Maurice, do you know the answer?
It was between Deshaun Jackson and T.O. It has
One
to
of
be.
those is correct. You have to choose one.
Uh,
Go with your heart.
Because T.O. only had really one good season with the Eagles.
Look, go
And
with your heart.
Deshaun Jackson had a couple seasons where he caught like 8 or 9 50-yard catches.
I think I know the number of touchdowns too.
What is it, Earl?
I'm gonna go to Deshaun.
Earl, how many touchdowns was it?
I believe it was 14, and I think it was Terrell Owens.
It was 14. It was T.O.
Okay.
Yep.
I can't
season,
forget that season because when they made it to the Super Bowl, he played on a broken leg.
Yeah, he did.
Like that dude for you guys was a dog, but then he ended up joining Dallas.
And McNabb did not get along.
No.
I'll never forget him saying, "That's my quarterback.
For Roma.
It's my team."
that one season though, man, that 04-05 season, T.O. was a monster.
Earl, quick question for you. Do you think T.O. deserves a Ring of Honor for Cowboys?
I don't know. Nah, that's going
He wasn't here that long though.
He was there for what, like 3 or 4 seasons?
He was there for I think 4 seasons. I mean, he had stat line of numbers, but I don't think it was enough for him to get into the Ring of Honor. But I do believe I'm glad that he's a Hall of Famer though.
Then let me ask you this, Earl. Did you have any hard feelings for T.O. because he stood on a star?
I had zero feelings because I feel like that was just out of just disrespect. I'm glad George T popped him after that second time he did it.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I think with you joining the team after you just disgraced their logo, especially in the middle of the field, that's going to rub people the wrong way. No matter how many touchdowns you got, how many celebrations you get, that's still something that's like, I don't know, that's just disrespectful, like in certain ways, especially for that. And yeah, but I had no hard feelings for him. Like, I wasn't even happy that he was on the team. Yeah, he wore the star, but he really didn't mean the star. But I think when Dallas got Dez Bryant, I think that was a happy replacement of T.O.
And on that note, I think it's time for Maurice to play us out.
Yeah, that's right. This was a good episode. I want to thank everyone out there for listening, watching us, and downloading us on social media platforms. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And now we're on YouTube as well. So check us out there and subscribe. Give our clips a thumbs up. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitter or X, Instagram, Facebook at 13_rings podcast. Until next time, have a good night.
See ya.
Good night, y'all.
Blessings.